Long before the world was fully understood, people looked to the sky and wondered how the sun and moon came to be. This tale from Korea offers one answer. Long ago, in a small village nestled among green hills, there lived a widow and her 2 children, a brave older brother and his younger sister. Though they were poor, they lived happily together. Each day, their mother worked tirelessly to provide for them. She gathered firewood, sold rice cakes in nearby villages, and did everything she could to keep food on the table. One morning, before the sun had fully risen, she prepared a basket of freshly made rice cakes. "I'll return before evening," she told her children. The brother and sister waved goodbye as she disappeared down the forest path. The day passed quietly. But deep within the mountains, a tiger was prowling. The beast had not eaten in many days. Its ribs showed beneath its striped fur, and hunger burned in its eyes. As the widow walked through the forest, the tiger stepped onto the path before her. She froze. The basket slipped from her hands. The tiger growled. Terrified, the woman offered him a rice cake. The tiger swallowed it in a single bite. "More," he demanded. She gave him another and another. But no matter how many she offered, the tiger remained hungry. At last, when the basket was empty, the beast lunged. The forest echoed with a terrible cry. When silence returned, the tiger sat alone on the path. Then a strange thought entered his mind. The rice cakes had been delicious, but the woman had mentioned children waiting at home. The tiger licked his lips. Surely they would make an even better meal. As evening approached, the tiger wrapped himself in the widow's clothing and carried the empty basket. From a distance, in the fading light, he almost looked human. Soon he arrived at the small cottage. Inside, the children heard a knock. "Mother!" called the sister happily. But when the brother peered through a crack in the door, he frowned. Something seemed wrong. "Mother," he called, "why are your hands so furry?" The tiger quickly hid them behind his back. "The cold weather has made them rough," he replied. The children exchanged nervous glances. The sister stepped closer. "Mother, why is your voice so strange?" "I caught a chill on the road," answered the tiger. The brother remained suspicious. Then he noticed the shadow beneath the door. It was not the shadow of a person. It was the shadow of a tiger. Fear gripped his heart. He pulled his sister away from the entrance. "That is not our mother," he whispered. The tiger realized his disguise had failed. With a furious roar, he threw open the door. The children screamed. The tiger charged into the cottage. The brother grabbed his sister's hand. Together, they ran out the back and raced toward a giant tree standing on a nearby hill. The tiger followed close behind. His heavy paws shook the ground. His growls echoed through the darkness. The children climbed the tree as fast as they could. Higher and higher they climbed until they reached the highest branches. Below them stood the tiger. He circled the tree. His yellow eyes gleamed in the moonlight. The children knew they could not escape on their own. The tiger would simply wait for them to come down. The sister began to cry. The brother wrapped an arm around her shoulders. Then he looked toward the heavens. "Dear heaven," he prayed, "if our hearts are good, please save us." His sister joined the prayer. Together they begged for help.
For a moment, nothing happened. Then the clouds parted. A brilliant light appeared in the sky. Slowly, a shining rope descended from the heavens. The children stared in amazement. Realizing this was their chance, they climbed onto the rope. It began to rise. Higher and higher it carried them. The tiger watched in disbelief. As the children ascended into the sky, he became desperate. "Wait!" he shouted. "I am good too." Then he looked upward and called to heaven. "Send me a rope as well." To his surprise, another rope appeared. The tiger grinned and leaped onto it. But this rope was old and rotten. As he climbed, the fibers began to fray. The tiger continued upward. Then came a loud snap. The rope broke. The tiger tumbled through the air. Down he fell, past the treetops, past the hills, past the rocks below. When he struck the earth, the ground shook. Some versions of the tale say his blood stained the rocks red. Others say he became a mountain, forever marked by his fall. Either way, the tiger would trouble the children no more. Meanwhile, the brother and sister continued rising. At last, they reached the heavenly realm. The gods welcomed them. They had shown courage in the face of danger and kindness throughout their lives. As a reward, heaven offered them a place among the stars. The brother looked down at the world below. "I would like to help people," he said. The gods smiled. "Then you shall become the sun." Immediately, he transformed into a great golden light that illuminated the earth. The sister watched her brother's brilliant radiance. Then she looked at the dark night surrounding her. A shiver ran through her. "I am afraid of the darkness," she admitted. The gods understood, so they transformed her into the moon. To comfort her, they gave her a gentle light of her own. And so she rose into the night sky, shining softly over the sleeping world. From that day forward, the brother crossed the heavens as the sun, bringing warmth and daylight. His sister followed as the moon, guiding travelers through the darkness. Though they no longer lived on Earth, they continued watching over the world together. And that is how, according to one old Korean legend, the sun and moon first found their places in the sky. If you enjoyed this tale, please like, subscribe, and share Simple Tales. There are many more legends waiting to be told.